The Greek Freak! The Greek Freak!
Yo, the fuse has been lit. It's Wednesday night. Denise and Reg host Dynamite. Come and get your Easter eggs. It's a dub. Middle of the week, it's AEW Dynamic Wrestling and end your night with us. It's a must. It's Dynamite. It might combust. Speak now. We're gonna give you all the recap. Live on YouTube is where you see that. The Cali connection with the feedback.
What is up, everybody? Hey there, it's the California Connection, Wednesday, August 14th. We're here to chat some AEW Dynamite. Reg, what's up?
Denise, I forgot we established a bit last week, so you're like, I got a little surprise in the intro, then I hear the Greek Freak. I don't even know how he says that. I don't even know how your voice could do that, Denise. Like, explain to me
again for those that didn't hear it. Here we go.
Science.
Wait, I'm gonna put it louder.
The Greek Freak! The Greek Freak!
I could honestly play that for a whole hour on a loop.
Dude, how did your voice do that, Denise? I just don't how do you drop that low? One of the all-time best Tony Khan bits. Amazing. So good.
Honestly, yeah. I would, if I ever interview Tony Khan again and I have the guts, I'm going to be like, yo, Tony, play what happened here. Like a reaction video. Tony, what happened in this video?
He was just super stoked. That's all he's going to say. Yo, I was super excited. Like the NBA world champion at the time was here. I had a belt for him. It was just the moment. It was just the time.
Probably. But anyways, we are 11 days away from All In. I can't even believe it. Like, we're so close to the show, and it's weird because it feels like it, but at the same time, it doesn't.
Yeah, Denise, coming into this, when we got onto the stream today, we both were like, so how was Dynamite for you? And we're like, oh, yeah. It feels like it. Bryan Danielson, like, Green Day, the song, I'm getting all choked up, emotional, thinking about Bryan Danielson's career. We'll definitely get into it. Like, there's big moments and there's some matches established, but there feels like something's missing, Denise. I don't know what it is.
What? I don't know what it is either, because I'm excited. And I was even thinking about the card, and I started to think, you know what? This card could potentially be stronger than last year's card even. Agreed. I felt like, we're not seeing two matches with MJF in it, which was fine because he had some good matches there. But I feel like there's a really good variety. But you know what I think it is? And it's that it's obviously, it's not the first one, right? Like, this is the second time in Wembley. So it's always going to be a lot different. If you remember going into last year's Wembley, we had the whole, oh my God, well, how many tickets did they sell? Did they really sell that many amount of tickets? And there was this whole conversation around the ticket sales of Wembley. And going into it this year, there's not really that conversation. So I don't know if all of that sort of, drama drew up a little bit more hype for the show.
Yeah, that's a great point you're making there, Denise. Last year was so focused on how many tickets are they going to sell? What's going to be there? What's going to happen? And all of that surrounding. And then we get to the show and it's all this CM Punk and Jack Perry stuff. So like the energy around it last year was so different. And this year it's like, it's a big show. They've sold a lot of tickets. They're not even saying like, yo, we've sold 40,000+ tickets. Like, I don't really understand. The pitch over there is just not really happening at all. And so they're telling the stories here, Denise. Like somebody in the chat was like, it's missing sports entertainment. And that's funny because I felt like Dynamite today was super heavy on the stories and the angles. They're like people talking, people trying to get these matches over. So I feel like they have that, but I don't know, Denise. I just don't know.
I don't know either, but either way, like there was a lot of things that I liked on today's show. I think that today, the stuff, like you mentioned, the video with Bryan Danielson, which we'll talk about in a second, the Darby Allin, Jack Perry stuff, I was really into. The Hikaru Shida, Mercedes Moné match, I was really into. But then there were some things that kind of like fell off for me during the show. And I think it was more so going into that second hour where I started to go like, okay, well, you know what it was? It was the Young Bucks Acclaimed match, where they kind of lost me in that one. I don't know why. I know the fans were really interested in it. I don't know what happened. That was like 1 second I'm really into the show, and then the next I was Googling movie theater tickets. I don't know, but it wasn't a bad match. It just didn't necessarily keep my attention the whole way through. It was that even the Hangman Page Jay Lethal match, which was early on in the show, was fine. But I think because I didn't really care too much for Jay Lethal, I really didn't care too much for this match. So there were some moments in the show that if I just didn't care, if I had no interest, I was just completely like not as zoned in as I usually am. But the stuff that I did care about, I was totally zoned in.
Yeah, that's kind of how the show was for me. The strong segments were really strong, and the other stuff just kind of fell to the wayside. It's unfortunate because you're talking about the Young Bucks, Denise. It kind of hurt my feelings here a little bit. I'm like, it shouldn't be like this. We've talked so many weeks about tag team wrestling in AEW, what Young Bucks have did with these tag team championships. They're making a bit out of it, and it's like, you guys, we just want you to wrestle. You don't have to like troll us on the way. Oh, we're the most fightingest and all that. I get it. The fight is just for us to see you on TV more. So there's that kind of thing surrounding the Young Bucks. This feud is kind of like people aren't the super most interested in seeing the Young Bucks and FTR at Wembley again. So they're trying to mix in Acclaimed. There's a lot of stuff going on surrounding the match. So I don't think people are as invested as they should be. And they need to just announce the match. Like, we know you guys are going to do a triple threat tag team match. Just get to it. But yeah, I mean, if you're not a big tag team wrestling fan, I liked it because I thought that they got time and they did a lot. But if it's not super invested and you're not all the way in it, like you're saying, Denise, you could be focused on something else.
Yeah, so that one just probably didn't do it for me as much, but we will get into the things that definitely did it for me on this show. Let's get into some of what people want to talk about because I'm curious. I'm curious what stood out to people the most on tonight's show because I feel like I feel every single person, like this wasn't a show where there was one specific thing that I think really stood out. I think if you asked every single person what the major thing of the show was, I think everybody's going to have something different.
Yeah, I'm reading like some of the comments in the chat, and some people like some things that we didn't like. Some people liked the packages a lot. So there's a mixed bag of what people liked about the show.
The Darby Allin video package, that was one that I really enjoyed. But let's go ahead and get into these super chats to kick things off. First and foremost, as always, thank you so much for all the love to Sheldon Jackson for gifting 5 DWO memberships. We got Crazy 101 who says straight up his ads. Reg, you see Mina? Just wow. I knew it. Reg, I knew it. I knew this was going to be a topic. These two things. I knew it. Like, I know the chat now. This is it.
Why did you say these two things when you talk about Mina?
His ass
Sorry. I thought the Mina segment, her English is amazing. Phil and I interviewed her a few months ago, and she was like just responding so great. And people, we're like talking about her English. In this segment, English was amazing. I don't know what she said because like I just was watching. I don't know. Like she could have had the best promo of all time, but I was just like, wow, my mouth is aghast. I'm open. This is great. This is amazing.
Reg, I don't even think you were thinking during this. You were just like,
no, seriously. As soon as she came on, I was like, wait, who is this? And then it connected. I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh.
No, and this, okay, usually I miss these things, right? Usually I don't see this type of stuff because it's not like, this is real. I'm not interested, right? But this time it was so in my face. It was the first thing I saw.
I'm saying my eyes are up here, Denise. That's just Mina saying to you. Jeez Louise.
And I thought to myself, oh, Reg is going to have the best day ever.
She was saying a promo and I was like, man, she might be killing it right now, but I don't know. I'm just mesmerized.
Well, basically the gist for those of you who were not really thinking and your brains weren't really functioning, I can tell you what Mina was saying. And basically what I took from this promo is do not trust Mina because she's talking about how she doesn't want anyone to get hurt. She's even doing this with the arms. And let's be real. She's going to come in. She's going to get involved. She's going to do Tony Storm dirty. Something like that is going to happen. And so basically that was what I took from this was do not trust Mina Shirakawa. She's acting all innocent here and she's not.
Yeah, no, all jokes aside, I did like her promo of like, yeah, she gave up that kind of like, I don't know, Renee, I could be on this side. I could be. I'm just so shocked that this all happened to the both of them. Like the way that she was like giving it up of like, I don't know. I could never know. Like I didn't know that Mariah could do this. I didn't know that Tony could do that. I'm just so innocent in all this. She's up to something, and I like it a lot.
You know, that's what I do whenever someone tells me gossip and then the other person in the party tells me good gossip. I pretend like I don't know the gossip so that I could hear the different version of the said gossip. I'll be like, oh, no, I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah, and I haven't heard that at all. What did you hear? Wrestling news, Denise, is nasty.
That's the best way. That's the best way to get information. Act stupid. I hate to say it, but if you act stupid, if you act dumb, people just be giving you information.
People will give up all kinds of information. If you just like, oh, no, I hadn't heard about that. Oh, what happened? And then they spill the whole thing and like, damn, that's crazy. I had actually heard about all that.
You're like, thank you. I didn't know that part.
No, that's what it is. Oh, damn, that's crazy. I had heard actually. I thought you didn't hear anything. Oh, what?
Yeah, that's what Nino is doing in a different way. But anyways, we got Crazy 101 who says beautiful video package for Bryan W Dynamite. It was a really nice video package. So let's talk about that really quickly. The video package portion for Bryan. So as we all know, we're getting into the end of Bryan's active wrestling career. For the most part, there still seems to be some questions around this where it's like, yeah, it's going to be his final year, but he's still going to wrestle a couple more matches. He's not full-time. He's going to be part-time. Oh, but then he's not going to be part-time. He's going to end it for reals. There's a lot that's still a little unclear there, but whatever. The point is that it's not going to be the way that it always is with Bryan Danielson. And they played this video package sort of, recapping all of, showing clips of a montage of his career, but they stabbed us all in the heart, put onions out there for all of us because, dude, they played the freaking graduation song, the Green Day one, the Good Riddance.
Denise, that was my graduation song.
It was everybody's graduation song, Reg.
Wow, Bill, that's so funny.
Everybody, freaking kindergartners are graduating to this song.
I'm so dead. That's so funny. The graduation song. That's so funny. I'm choked up like watching this video, but I'm also like, this is also the graduation song. Like I could have a cap and gown on right now, walking across the stage.
Well, congratulations, Bryan Danielson, on your graduation. After how many years in pro wrestling you finally graduated?
25 years. You're walking across that stage. Here's your diploma, big dog.
Dude, yeah. So this one was it was funny because part of me was emotional during this because of the song. And then the song basically got me in my feelings, reminiscing about how I feel about Bryan's career. But at the same time, I just wanted to blurt out laughing because it's the graduation song.
People in the comments are like, maybe that's a California thing. It could be just a California thing. Green Day is from California. We could be representing.
What are you guys talking about? It's like the freaking graduation song everywhere. It's even in movies as a graduation song.
Maybe it's just a Cali song. It might just be Cali people. It might just be us. You don't think so?
No. Everyone's lying here. Do not lie.
It was on one of the last episodes of Seinfeld also, if you guys know that lore. They did one of the video packages with the song over it. This is about to be over. So it also gave me memories of that. But yeah, this brought up all the feelings. I've been watching Bryan Danielson for so long, you guys. Have so many connections to this guy. Bought the first Ring of Honor tape. Was looking for Amazing Red on it. Bryan Danielson's in the main event. I remember taking the tape to my friend's house and being like, the Amazing Red match is great. I don't really like that stuff that they're doing in the main event. They're doing like all this grappling and all this stuff. Describing Bryan Danielson. Very soon after that, I discovered why Bryan Danielson was Bryan Danielson. Then Bryan Danielson started to be the best wrestler in the world. He won the ROH championship. Had so many amazing defenses. Became the ace of ROH. And then I remember the time when they were like, oh, this guy's going to go to WWE. And I was like, this is never going to work. They just don't understand why this guy is so great. So he went there and they didn't understand why he was so great. And then he got fired for choking Justin Roberts with the tie. Things are weird. I remember were you there at that SummerSlam in LA?
Yeah, I was there. I was there for all of them.
Yeah, big giant pop when he came back and to WWE from that. I remember being so excited. One of my favorite wrestling memories ever. I was in New Orleans, WrestleMania 30. I remember Bryan Danielson holding up those two titles at the end. A lot of stuff you can't replicate. All the stuff in AEW. There's so many moments connected to this guy. I 100% wholeheartedly believe Bryan Danielson is the greatest wrestler of this generation. You can match him up in the other ones. Like, this company exists because of the contributions that this guy has made. I was actually thinking about it this week, Denise, and people are probably going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but this is more important than the Sting retirement because Sting is already established. I think that Tony Khan paid tribute to Sting because he's Sting. He's one of the greatest of all time, a legend. He should. I'm happy that he did it. But this company is built off the back of what Bryan Danielson did in the ring. Tony Khan watched him in ROH, PWG, New Japan, everywhere, and was like, I love this guy. I love this style of wrestling. I love what he does. I want to create a company off the backs of what this guy did. So that's why this is so much more important for this company, because this company wouldn't exist if if he didn't come and do what he did. So like, I don't know what's happening at All In. I had some thoughts going into this that Bryan Danielson's maybe going to win the big one again, and we're going to have that big WrestleMania 30 moment. But then that interview happened with Jim Ross where he's like, I'm going to get neck surgery. And I'm like, then I did some investigation. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Things might be crazy. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen at All In. That video package brought up a lot. And I mean, if it is the end, he's the best. He has the resume. He has every great match. I didn't even bring up Kofi Mania and the part that he played for that. So like, if it is it, we did it. And if it's not it, then we're going to get a little bit more. But it's a very emotional state to exist in.
It is. And at first, when you said, like, you know, his sort of this was bigger than the Sting thing, at first, I didn't really understand where you were going with that. But then when you said that it was for like with Sting, it was different, right? Because, you know, all of the stuff that he did in WCW, that was really like that was the peak of his career. That was the big stuff. And then the good stuff in TNA, some of the stuff that we got in WWE, whatever, right? But Sting, I think as a whole, it was honoring his career in pro wrestling business versus here with Bryan. This is, of course, he's someone that has done so freaking much. You recapped a lot. You know, we talked about his WWE stuff and everything, but this is particular for his AEW career.
Yeah.
So I'm under the belief, and you can correct me here if I'm wrong, because again, there's a lot of question marks to this. I'm under the belief that as of right now, this is just the farewell to a full-time career. I still am under the belief that Bryan is winning that title. I'm manifesting it, Reg. I know you're nodding your head, but I'm still manifesting it. Denise, I'm hoping for it.
He said he has to get neck surgery.
And he said, yeah, but he didn't say I have to get neck surgery on Monday. He didn't say when.
Does it matter when?
It does matter when.
Dude, your neck's fucked up. You only have 3 more no, Denise.
I don't know, Reg, all right? I just feel I don't even know what I feel. Maybe I'm being selfish and I just know what I want. And what I want is to see Bryan Danielson win that title. So maybe this is just me being selfish, but I truly, truly do want to see Bryan win the AEW World Championship. And even if he doesn't have to defend it, let's say he does have to get that. Regardless, he's having this match against Swerve. And let's say he does have to get that neck surgery, I don't know, the week after or whatever. Okay, fine. Relinquish the bout. I'm cool with that.
See, we've also ran into a problem here, Miss Denise Salcedo, because Bryan Danielson went on an interview with JR and said, my neck is messed up. I have to get neck surgery. I'm banged up. I'm jacked up. Now, the world champion Swerve Strickland has to exist and has to be a strong champion coming out of this. You're telling me broken down, beat up, broken neck Bryan Danielson is going to beat the world champion
yes,
on the highest level?
Why? When
this world champion has did anything in the world to keep his world championship? So you're telling me half a guy is going to beat the man? I don't know.
Yes. And you want to know why? There is one simple answer. Well, first of all, storytelling, but the answer is heart. That is the story they're trying to go with, Reg. Don't freaking laugh at my answer. They're going to say Bryan Danielson has heart. He's got passion. He went through it all to win the AEW World Championship and defeat Swerve Strickland.
Okay, listen, I'm a big Cobra Kai fan. I've been catching up a lot on this. This is a lot of Cobra Kai energy that Denise is trying to bring to this. But I don't know if we need to, like I'm saying. This is supposed to be a beaten, broken down man, and Swerve is the fucking man.
Above. They've been telling all of these little stories with him and Jeff Jarrett, where Jeff Jarrett's in the back telling him, like, you need to go all in, and all of the little inspiring messages that Jeff Jarrett has given Bryan Danielson, because they're trying to tell the story, like, yeah, he's beating down, he's, you know, not 100%. He's had this long career. Of course, his body's not going to be what it should be right now because he's been in the business for such a long time. But he's got heart and he's got passion for the business, and he is going to make this happen because he is Bryan freaking Danielson. Reg, we're always talking about fucking cinema here, cinema there, cinema there. This is like cinema 101, bro. We be seeing this in all of the movies where the hero goes through all of the freaking obstacles and freaking makes it. Look at Rocky. Rocky's the perfect example. He was about to be taken out by some big scary freaking dude, but you know what he did? He was smaller than him. He was weaker than him at one point, but you know what he did? He went, he worked, he did everything he possibly could. He trained and he rose above. Why? Because he had more heart.
You know what, Denise? Hell of a speech. You got me. That's what they showed us in the I love that you drew the little heart too. So funny. But that's what they showed us in the video package. Is like, this is Bryan Danielson. The spirit of Bryan Danielson, what we know about him is overcoming. He's been down in the fourth quarter. He's been down in the ninth inning. He's came back in these exact situations, even with the messed up neck, even with the messed up arm, messed up leg. It doesn't matter. That's kind of what makes the win even more. So, yeah, I can see it. You got me.
See? Cinema.
Yeah,
right there. I won you over with just with the simplest story ever.
You got me. That's it. I mean, that's simple storytelling right there.
All right. Well, we'll see. Either way, hey, we are still doing the AEW All In watch along, right?
We are. Yep. Next Sunday, I'm here.
Okay. Isn't it on Saturday?
No, I told Phil, I was like, hey, pull up on blah, blah, blah. He's like, what? He's like, no, it's on Sunday. I was hella confused.
No, All In's on Saturday.
Is it? What date is it?
Wait,
it's on the 25th. No, it's the 25th.
Yo, All In's on the 25th?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
It is, Denise. Yeah, I was confused. The other day, I was like, Phil, you going to pull up? He's like, when? I was all, it's counter programming Grapsody. And he's all, no, it's not.
Oh, shit, it's the 25th.
Same thing. I did the same thing.
I was like, no. Dude.
I was all ready for Saturday. I was all, yeah, let's do it. He's all, no, it's on Sunday. I was all, is it?
I have the wrong day on my calendar. You know what sucks? I could have gone to All In.
You could have went.
I could have went.
Oh my God.
The whole time I was thinking it was on the 24th.
No, same here. I just was talking to Phil. I was like, yeah, you're gonna blah blah blah. He's all, no, dude, that's not counter programming. I was all, oh, guess that's good to know.
I was making all of these plans, Reg, because I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do Busted Open in the morning, and immediately after Busted Open, I'm going to hop on, go live, and do the All In post show, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, the freaking watch along. Wow, I had the wrong day this entire time, and I'm so mad, Reg, because
you could have went.
I could have went. Because here's the thing, I'm going to Bash at Berlin, right? And it's the week after. And I thought, oh, if I go to All In, I'm going to have like 2 days where I'm going to have to like spend extra. I don't want to have to do that. So it's one or the other. Now that I know it's on Sunday, that changes everything. It was only 1 day off.
I don't know how this happened, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing till like 3 days ago.
Oh my God. All right, everybody. Yeah. All In is next on Sunday. A Sunday. All right. They normally do Saturday pay-per-views, right? That's why we're tripping. Why are we tripping?
I think maybe last year was on Saturday. I was just under the impression that it was on Saturday for some reason.
I think it's because we're used to like all the WWE pay-per-views being on Saturday.
That's maybe what it is. Yeah.
It feels like just Saturday is the pay-per-view day. And so we were all just thinking, oh, wow.
Not all of us, just the two of us. I don't think everybody else was like, we knew that, you dummies.
All right. Well, anyways, oh, this is even more exciting because that means that on Sunday, we're going to have a Sunday, like little tea brunch.
Yes, we get to be relaxed and chill. There's no pressure. It's going to be great. It's going to be even better than expected.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of like that it's on a Sunday because I feel less pressure now to have to jump from Busted Open to the watch along. So I feel pretty good about this. All right, good. So we're going to be here for the All In watch along. So make sure you guys come out and hang out. It'll be a good time. And I have some things that I have planned for that. So keep an eye out for that. All right, we got Roberto Arsenal who says Mina is going to act like Miss Elizabeth, all worried during the match until she helps Mariah at last minute. Oh, and Mina is drop dead gorgeous. Dude, she's going to pull out the skirt too and be like, woo.
I think I'm on everybody's sides. I think she's going to end up helping. I don't know, because I think that Mariah's going to end up turning on her, but she might help Mariah at All In.
Right. She's going to keep turning on all her friends. We got Delayed Grats here who says Swerve with that Rocky 1 Apollo Creed energy. John Deller says, wondering who, if any, will help Britt against Mercedes Moné. It doesn't feel like Britt has anybody to help her out, does it now?
I mean, some people have who they want to help her.
Who?
Jamie Hayter.
Oh, yeah, Jamie Hayter. Yeah, everybody wants
but
that.
I don't know. Though. Like, I think that would work. And because maybe that's going to lead to Jamie and Mercedes, but I don't know.
All right. We'll circle back to that. We got Matt Logan here who says Denise going to be touring Europe next week and the week after London, England, and then Germany. No, so I won't be in London, guys. I'll just be in Germany because I didn't plan this out very well.
Date's wrong.
I know. Wow. Botchamania for me. Put this on Botchamania. The J. Paul RO says, book Phil for the all-in watch-along Grapsado. Dude, that would be freaking sweet. Thank you so much for requesting Phil.
Yeah, I think we'll be there maybe.
We got Matt. Well, now that we know there's no counter programming, we got Matt Logan here who says, Claudio, very strong promo tonight. Yeah, he was freaking on it today. Let's talk about that really quickly because we had Claudio Castagnoli and Kazuchika Okada. And basically what I liked about this, and it was one thing in particular that I liked, and I agree with Claudio Castagnoli. I'm tired of seeing silly, haha, I'm going to have shits and giggles, Kazuchika Okada. I want serious Okada here in AEW. I agree with Claudio with what he had to say towards the end in regards to Okada.
Yeah, I think he's kind of echoing what a lot of people on the internet are saying. People are like, oh, Okada should have went to WWE. He's blah, blah, blah. He keeps saying bitch. He's making all these jokes. And I think that's just kind of part of the bit. If you don't like it, I totally understand because there was a lot of if he goes to WWE, he's going to be telling jokes. Now he's over here telling jokes. So I do get it, but I think that it's all leading to something. And this really, I think the bit tonight helped Claudio really strong because he got to, get his thing off and he got to counter. He got to show his range. And I thought this was a pretty good promo. He ended it with the got 99 problems and I'm one of the bitches or whatever he said. Jay-Z,
yeah, I don't know what he said, but it was great.
I liked it.
All right, we got John Taylor here who says, after hearing that audio, can someone else be Tony Khan this week asking for a sicko? What audio are you talking about? This one?
The Greek Freak! The Greek Freak!
It's the greatest thing ever, bro.
So
it's the greatest thing ever.
So good.
I love it. I do this around the house, by the way. I'd be walking around going, watch, everyone's going to be doing that tonight. I bet you anything. You're going to go take a shower. You're going to be showering. I'm telling you, it's fun as hell.
I want to interview him now just to talk about this. Damn.
I know, but you never know. I hope he's not, he wouldn't feel like we're making fun of him.
I hope not.
Because it'd be really funny though. It's funny.
I think he's in on it.
Well, yeah, he is on it because he's right here, John Taylor.
My God. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. John Taylor's here. Yeah. Yes. Shout out to the homie John Taylor, a.k.a. TK.
We got Uncle Donk here who says, when is TK's announcement? You think it's about a new TV deal? Shout out to Claudio dropping Jay-Z Peach Bar. So they're hold on, I'm trying to think what's known already. Hold on a second. Sometimes I know shit. And I'm like, wait, what's been put out there already?
Oh, wasn't supposed to say that one. Denise, like Tony Khan said, there's a lot of announcements. That's why you're going through a Rolodex right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm going through a Rolodex right now. All right, Reg, what do we know so far? What has been made public? Nothing really.
Nothing, yeah.
All right. Well, let me see. I think everybody is waiting for the TV deal. Everybody's waiting for TV deal and streaming announcements. That's what everybody's waiting for. That's sort of what everybody's anticipating.
I don't know any about that. Do you know anything about the TV deal? Legit.
Well, I mean, just
not even on the bit. I don't know it.
What's been put out there, what's been reported and whatnot. Yeah, I've been following that, but it's been a lot of oh, this is where they're at in the TV deal. This is where they're at. Blah 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 blah. There's been a lot of different stuff. I think it would be really cool to get an official announcement from AEW, see where they're at, and finally hear from Tony himself. Because for the most part, whenever he talks about it, he just shouts out David Zasloff, and he just shouts him out and talks about how he's very happy with Warner Brothers and how Warner Brothers is very happy with them, but never really gives anything else besides that. So I've been following that, been following what people have been posting. I know that's the announcement a lot of people are waiting for. I don't know if that's the announcement we're gonna get. I have a feeling it's gonna be more about some of the stuff that's been reported. Like, for example, with Fightful, they've put out a whole lot of stuff about where they might be for the stadium show that they may or may not be doing in Dallas, or what they might be doing for All In, or what they might be doing, hell, even for Australia. That's been going around too. So there's a lot of things that have been reported here and there. So I think, and you know what, let's just find out which one's true and which one is, which one's spot on. I think we just want to get some, I don't want to say closure, but we just want to get some solid information.
I think with the way that he's tweeting and the talking and the announcements, it's going to be more towards the latter stuff that you're saying there, with like stadium shows or like new places that AEW hasn't been before. Because with the TV deal stuff, like, I feel it's coming, it's imminent, but I don't think I don't know. The wording is a little bit something. He's like throwing out a bunch of different. I don't know, just the way he keeps tweeting, like, it's coming, but it's not here, but it's also coming. I was with David Zaslav last night. We homies, but we also are a friend. I'm like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, let's keep an eye out and we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm more so along the lines too of like a stadium show. And that's, I think, the information we'll probably be getting. But we got Grapple Geekery here who says, really looking forward to CEO versus DMD. I was kidding about her suspension last week, hoping for a hater return. I was thrilled to see Shida and Moné open. So let's talk about that here, because we did get a match between Hikaru Shida and Mercedes Moné, which I think is kind of a dream match. When Mercedes came into AEW, we were talking a whole lot about who we might want to see Mercedes face, and Shida was definitely one of them, because she's had some of the best matches with just about every single woman in AEW. Yep. So they had their match here, but the big thing though, and unfortunately, Shida gets screwed. She gets a boot to the face by Camille, and Mercedes able to get the victory here, but with the help of Camille. But the big thing that happened after this was the return of Britt Baker. Her real suspension and her on-screen suspension are both up, ladies and gentlemen.
Like, I don't know where she exists in the suspension lexicon, but she's back. Yeah, this was when the match was happening, when Shida and Mercedes were coming out, I was thinking back exactly what we talked about when Mercedes came in. This was one of the legit, like, five. If you could have 5 matches with women in AEW, who would it be for Mercedes? Shida was one of those people. And I think even though they didn't get a super long amount of time, they had an amazing match. They have great chemistry together. Shida just is the ace of AEW. She really understands every single thing in the ring. Her instincts are insane. She knows when to be over the top. She knows when to be on defense. That's why I thought when she got in the ring with Mercedes, it was going to be great. These two women are just really cool with reversals and submission attempts and trying to look good while also bumping and selling really good. This match was really awesome.
What I like that they did is that they kind of swerved the people at the end, because it was so funny, because I was like, oh, I'm so smart, Reg, because I saw a person in the exact same spot where Britt was at before with the little mask, and I had spotted them, and I go, oh, that's Britt Baker. She's totally in there. And when her music hit and she didn't come out, and I'm like, it's because I spotted her. She's right there in the crowd. And then Camille goes, and it's like, I think some dude or something. And I thought, oh, that's great, because I kind of like how they sort of swerved me and Camille.
Double swerve.
It was a swerve, exactly. And Britt Baker came out, all nonchalant. There was a couple of things that I think could have been sort of done a little bit differently, I think, to make it feel
Britt need to get there faster.
Yes, that was the big thing. I think she took too long. I would have liked to see her running out there instead of sort of just, I'm just going to walk over there, because I thought Mercedes kind of made her look dumb, right? Like, she's just standing there and everyone's making noise. Any person here in that situation would have been like, all right, what's up? Where do I got to look at? Let me turn around.
And then when Britt gets onto the apron, Denise, that she just slowly puts on the glove. It's like, dude, get in there and start fighting her.
Yes, that was slow. And then
it sucked, because when she slowly did that, then Mercedes slowly turns around. She has a kendo stick in her hand, just hit her with it, but Britt has to get over on her. And so it was a couple of missteps.
By the time they started getting physical with each other, it felt rushed.
Yes.
Because once I thought it was kind of silly that she went in and she got the lockjaw on Mercedes without first eliminating Camille out of the picture. Because it's like, okay, you're 2 against 1. And she had her back to Camille. And I'm thinking, Britt, what are you doing? Get up. I know you want to get this lockjaw in on Britt, but you got another problem here, girl. Your problem is Camille. So I felt
and then,
also,
Denise, she's hamming it up for the camera before even locking it on. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Yes. She was literally like, hey, I got the lockjaw on Mercedes. Hey, girl, hey.
Why are you posing?
But then even afterwards, even after all of, I thought I was the only person who noticed that, by the way, that she was like giving the twinkle and everything.
Yeah, why are you posing right now? And then Camille comes in, and that was awkward too, Denise.
You think she forgot?
No, I think it was all done the way it's supposed to be.
I personally also felt like at the end of this, when she just kind of whacked Camille with the kendo stick, barely touched her. She just kind of scared her with her. Like she practically swatted her almost. I think we should have seen her get physical with Camille here right now in this moment.
Well, they announced the match for next week. I think that's why.
But at least some fight, bro. Anything.
But
I thought there was a lot missing in the segment where it left me going, oh, like that's it. You barely let me take a bite, and that's it. I got one bite of my appetizer, and you're already giving me my entree.
Even the way that Camille pulled out Mercedes, when she has her locked in, like it was like she didn't touch Britt. She just like grabbed Mercedes. All of it was like something extra needed to be on there. Somebody needed to punch somebody or something. It didn't hit as hard as it should have.
It just needed some polishing. Maybe there was a communication sort of issue. I don't know, because it kind of feels like this wasn't necessarily rehearsed, which in a way is great, right? Because sometimes those segments, they end up coming out like a lot better when you're not over rehearsed or anything like that.
You're saying this about a Britt Baker segment?
No, I'm just saying there were a lot of things that I think could have been just thought out a little bit more, polished up, and go, okay, hey, let me just look at this. Like, just take a step back and look at what we're doing here. Because I don't remember the last time we picked apart a segment like this.
Britt Baker was trying to get over Britt Baker. That's all it is. Like, but that's what we're saying here. Because like,
was fine. I just think there was some points that were missing.
Because Britt Baker slowly walked out, so we know it's Britt Baker, and then she slowly stood on the apron, so we know it's Britt Baker. Then she slowly put on the gloves, so we know it's Britt Baker. Then she got her on the ground and slowly put on the lockjaw, so we know it's Britt Baker. And then she slowly looked in the camera, so we know it's Britt. It's like, we know you're Britt Baker, and we know you want to look great in the segment, but you got to do the segment first.
Yeah, there was there was some hits and misses there. But hey, I hope that Camille, and they're doing Camille and Britt next week, right? You said? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm hoping that turns out a little bit better. Because I like the idea. I liked what they were going for. It just didn't hit in the right places. Just needed some tailoring, Reg. A little tailoring never hurts.
Both of these, I like Camille a lot. And I think she's a fine worker. And Britt is a fine worker too. They both need someone to lead. Sorry enough to say that, so I'm nervous about next week.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the match in terms of that. I don't know. I mean, I've seen Britt in there with some people that felt like they also needed somebody to lead, and she did like pretty fine with them. So I don't know. Maybe her and Britt will pull it off. Her and Camille, excuse me.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Leonard Aarons III says, Swerve out here reminding folks he's not a nice person. He didn't get that title being nice. It's going to take a lot to rip it from him. Well, that's what I'm telling you. Bryan Danielson's going to have to come in and bust his inner Rocky just to make it happen. All right. We got Luke Thornton here who says Claudio Okada instantly got me hyped with their promo. Glad to see Claudio back in the championship space. Yeah, I feel like Claudio, God, you know which match I really, really enjoyed? That match that he had with Swerve on Collision a couple months ago. That was awesome. That was a really good match. That only people that tuned into that Collision saw, by the way.
That's the only Collision Denise has watched in the last 6 months. Look,
bro, go back through my little
get my
catalog.
point. Let me get my point over, Denise.
Collision shows, Reg. I will not let you
Let me
dishonor
get
the
to
name
my
of
point,
Salcedo.
Denise. Stop. Dang. Okay, look, Claudio and Swerve. Yeah, it was awesome. I think this match is going to be awesome too. Okada's going to come out with something to prove. He doesn't read the internet, but he hears what people are saying. And I think Claudio is one of the most slept on workers in the whole company. This promo helped that match a lot. It's going to be really great energy next week at the Dynamite too. So this match is going to be great.
We got Grapple Geekery here who says the Hook and Jericho segment saw me mute the TV and fold laundry. I never got all the way back into the show after that segment, except for heel Swerve. You know what? Breaking news, guys. I laughed a few times during this Learning Tree segment.
Did you? At what?
Yeah, there was some funny parts. Let me see. Hook calling Big Bill a big bitch, I thought was funny. When freaking I feel so bad that I was about to call Brian Keith Bad Apple instead of Brian Keith.
Damn it.
It's sticking. It
That's
took me
his
2
name.
seconds to go, no, it's not Bad Apple. It's Brian Keith. Bad Apple Brian Keith when he yelled out really loud about straight up his ass. I thought that was pretty funny too.
I liked Tony Schiavone being like, Hook, how's your eye? And Hook being like, Tony, I can't see out this eye. Thought that was hella funny.
He did was good too, like him getting up on the camera with the tape and everything. Like this was not bad. I mean, we are gonna unfortunately have to see this match between Jericho and Hook at Wembley for the FTW Championship, which is not really what people wanted to necessarily see. But hey, guys, it's happening. We're just gonna have to go along the ride with it, and then we're also gonna be seeing next week Hook versus Big Bill, which I think that's gonna be fun.
I thought it was funny how even the Norfolk crowd groaned when Jericho was like, at Wembley, and they were like, oh. I was like, damn it.
Well, because it's in our wrestling instincts. It's when someone's setting up a match, all the crowds, you can tell when the match is going to happen that day and when they're going to say, oh, it's going to happen next week or at the pay-per-view. And the crowd is always going to groan because it's never there at the event that they paid for. You know what would have been really funny if the crowd would have been like, yeah, the match is not happening tonight.
Not happening here. Okay, for all you people that muted and got away from the TV, Jericho's promo was better than it has been. Like he's still doing the hi guys thing, but he's focused it in on like, okay, I'm a real person out here. I'm not doing a dumb wrestling Eugene ripoff. Like he's like, hey, I set you on fire, blah, blah, blah. We'll beat your ass. Like it felt like a wrestling promo instead of whatever he's been doing for the last couple of months. So that was a better part of the segment for me.
Hey, did Hook have the tape on last week?
You know what, Denise? That was the thing. In the video package, they showed him last week. He had black tape on, so we didn't notice. And then even Excalibur was like, Hook's hair was covering up the eye last week, so we really didn't notice.
Okay, because I was about to say he was fine last week, but not this week.
That's what I was thinking too. When they showed the pack, I was like, last week we didn't talk about Denise and I didn't talk about his eye being messed up still at all. Like it was a new concept to me seeing today. So, but they addressed it.
Little Phantom of the Opera over here. He just needs because he has the one side. It's only one side. He just needs a little mask. He got a fireball to the face. Phantom of the Opera was burned on one side.
Yep. Hook's cool. Got a cool girlfriend. He be getting stoned. You see that picture of him?
No, what picture? There's a picture? There's a new Hook picture that I need to see?
It's like a TikTok, one of those TikTok trends, and it's all the caption says it's like tequila girlfriend and stoner boyfriend. And like the girl's like taking a shot of tequila, and in the back, Hook is like rolling up some weed. Or a dude that looks like Hook. I'm so sorry.
Wait, I was gonna say, is that allowed?
Well, yeah.
What are the rules?
You can smoke weed. That's not a thing.
Right, but like, won't like the company get mad if you're out there being like,
no, it's just weed.
Having a little fun, a little too much fun.
It's just weed.
All right. Well, people have been punished in wrestling for weed plenty of times before.
Not in this day and age.
Right, but you never know. I don't know the rules.
And like, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Okay. Well, either way, I need to see the video because I have not seen the video because I'm a grandma and nobody tags me in anything cool. All right. Grapple Geekery says, poor Mina, that woman needed a hug. Oh, I'm sure a lot of people here would volunteer for that.
You do.
We got Luke Thornton here who says Danielson and Swerve finally reached the build-up for their match. Feels like it could be a classic now. Do you think so? So for the main event, we had Swerve versus Wheeler Yuta in a match that pretty much ended in a ref stoppage because Swerve was punching Wheeler and Bryan Danielson was out there on ringside watching on. And then they kind of like had like this little blow-up moment at the end. Reg, why are you laughing?
Somebody's comment in the thing.
What?
Somebody's comment is really funny and true.
Who? Dominic Carranza?
Nope.
Who? Hold on, I'm reading the comments. Kyler James?
You went too high.
I'm way too high? 420?
Woo! That's funny, you guys.
Reg, I'm not seeing what you're seeing. All right.
I'm not saying anything.
All right. Anyways, where are we at with this? What were we talking about? Oh, yes. Your thoughts on the main event. Reg!
I'm dead.
I don't know what we're looking at. John Deller needs to get weed prices while traveling? Is that what we're laughing at? Why are we laughing at this? I don't get it.
Oh man, that is funny, you guys. Whew.
I'm not going to travel with weed. I mean, I don't have weed, but I'm not going to travel with weed because you don't know everybody's like laws and stuff.
Yeah,
the last thing I need to go is be like, oh, I'm from California. Weed is okay. And then my ass gets arrested somewhere.
I definitely never bring my California weed anywhere ever. I've never done that.
So, Reg, what did you think of the main event for the 500th time?
Oh yeah, sorry, Denise. I thought
it's all that weed, Reg. Your brain is foggy.
I am fogged up, you guys. No, but I thought this was a really good. It was a lot more competitive than I expected. As the show was kind of moving along, and then at one point in the Young Bucks and Acclaimed match, they're like, "We've taken our last commercial break," and I was like, "Okay, that's interesting." Kind of at the point of the show, it's like, "Well, what we got left?" Like Swerve's probably just going to beat his ass real quick and it's going to be over. But no, it was a pretty competitive match. At one point, Wheeler had him tied up in like a really deep 2 count, almost got him. Like I like the story that they were telling of this is Bryan Danielson's protege. He knows a lot of Bryan Danielson stuff. And this is what you can expect at All In, Swerve. Like Yuta could beat you, which means if Yuta could almost beat you, Bryan's really going to kick your ass. Really great story that they told there. And then at the end, Swerve looked vicious, hitting Yuta with a couple of last calls, but then coming back, tricking Bryan and hitting him, leaving him for dead. Really, really strong way to end the show. Shows that Swerve, because people keep being like this face versus face. A Swerve, what is Swerve? And Swerve is still like, I'm a heel, dude. Like, I'm going to do dastardly things no matter what.
Swerve was a baby face.
What?
Who did bad things.
What do you mean?
I didn't realize he was a heel now. I thought he was a baby face.
It's not really been established if he's a baby face or a heel. I think he's kind of in between.
Okay, so he's a tweener. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't necessarily. He's getting these baby face reactions. People are out there dancing. Come on, this is a baby face. But then he goes out there and then does like things that are. I mean, he hasn't been. I don't think he's been as like dark as he has been with the Hangman Page stuff. Because when he did all of that stuff,
he's telling me that
I'm so
he's
confused.
telling me that he's gonna end the greatest wrestler of our generation's career and leave him for dead, and his wife is gonna have to carry him out. That's not what a baby face does.
So
a baby face will be like, we're gonna have a spirited match. It's gonna be fun. He was
a baby face before he got into so after the Hangman stuff, he was a heel during the Hangman stuff. Okay, he was a heel during the Hangman stuff.
Yep.
After the Hangman stuff, he was a baby face. Then he kind of went into being back into a heel again with Bryan Danielson.
When was he a babyface?
Bro, he was representing Team AEW. He was like freaking Captain AEW. They were the baby faces in that.
They were, but he wasn't. Remember that promo, right? Remember the promo right before the match where they were like, we don't give a fuck that you're the leader of this match. We don't like you for all these reasons.
He's totally been ping-ponging.
Okay.
Which is fine, but I'm saying that's why there was some confusion.
I don't know if he's been so much of a babyface, but you could maybe say that.
Okay, so, but specifically right now, Bryan Danielson feud, he is a heel, but he was a babyface at one point. And if he goes back into this feud with Hangman Page, he's definitely going to be the babyface.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, Reg? It's a case-by-case situation.
But who's a babyface and a heel anymore?
Everybody.
Whom?
Everyone. Give me somebody and I'll be like, babyface, heel.
Roman Reigns.
Okay, he's a babyface.
Well, yeah,
who was a heel.
That was a dumb one. Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say you gave me the easiest person possible. Cody Rhodes. I don't know. G Reg, babyface.
Oh, well, you want just the most over people in wrestling? Who are they?
All right. The point is he's ping ponged. All right.
He's ping pong. That's fair.
Thank you. I just want to emphasize that he was a babyface at some point.
Totally.
All right, John Taylor says, hey, Reg, Mama Wayne has great English, too. Y'all are nasty. That's what we're calling it now, great English.
I'm trying to be a wholesome, young Christian man here who goes to church. Definitely not any of those things. Mama Wayne looked great, too.
Reg, I'm going to have to call your mom. Crazy What It Was says, Mina deserves more TV time. Can I get an amen, Reg?
Amen.
David Reed says, Rip Christian because the cause of death, John Moxley.
Oh, yeah. That was rude what he said to Renee. I forgot. Yeah.
Dude, he was like, you're a terrible, what did he say? You're as bad of a mother or you're a bad mother, just like you are a bad interviewer. But he said it much worse and it sounded nastier.
I'm like, yeah, Christian, relax. I mean, it's part of his bit and it makes sense. But yeah, it hit hard.
Fonzie Field says all of the promos were off the chain tonight. Yeah, I really did like a lot of what we saw there. So I do want to take a second and sort of segue into one of the promos that I did enjoy, which was the Darby Allin promo, where he was basically he basically said that Jungle Boy Jack Perry did not work nearly as hard as he did to get to AEW. And hell, maybe you can make a good case for that. And he talks about the start, how the Young Bucks were just hiring his friends. This is nothing new. Darby Allin has spoken about this numerous times. You can tell it really hurt him because he's mentioned it multiple times. But the part that I really liked in this promo was when he said that when Jack Perry got into all of the trouble last year, that he does think that he should have been out of the company, that he should have been fired. And I thought, ooh, Darby. Hey, and Darby's cool with CM Punk, FYI.
That's what I was about to say, Denise. There's a couple of things in here I was like, oh, I don't know if this is wrestling or what this is, because that's crazy. Yeah, Darby has been, like Denise said, he's been saying this for a couple of years now. Like, I don't know, like the lines are so blurry at this point because he's been like, no, for reals, I've worked so much harder to get here, and Jack had to just blah, blah, blah. A little bit of cap in there. Jack worked hard. I saw him in California a lot, working super hard, trying to become a great wrestler, trying to not just be Luke Perry's kid. Like, he earned his spot, but, you know, for storyline purposes, this definitely works out. I thought that
Darby Allin was homeless at one point.
I mean, Boy
was definitely not.
Apples and oranges, like a Hollywood superstar's kid and living in your car. Very different things. So I do understand it. But yeah, the Darby promo was so strong. The way that they film it, he's skateboarding in it. But just his passion that he always exudes and of like, this is life or death for me. That's what it always feels like. Like, you're Jack Perry. You're going to be able to go back to your lush home. You got a great contract because the Young Bucks are your friends. Like, if you lose this or if nothing happens off this, you'll be fine. This is everything, dude. I lived in my car for this. Like, I'll set myself on fire. I'll set you on fire. Like, I will die for this. Like, that's always comes across in Darby's promos and always makes his matches so much better.
Right. And speaking of making things so much better, they had this backstage attack where basically I keep wanting to say Jungle Boy. God dang, it kills me every time. Jack Perry, he's all grown up now. Yes. Jack Perry and Darby Allin, they're fighting backstage. And here's the thing. We know Darby's willing to do some crazy shit. We've seen it. So when he had him underneath this garage door and Jack Perry is smashing Darby Allin's body with the door, he then sort of teased getting that big, I don't know what you call it.
Like a road case or something.
Right. That big old giant case. And he sort of teased like he was going to ram him with it. Reg, anybody else, I would have been like, oh, it's not happening. Someone's going to come in and stop it. Anybody else, they sold me a ticket here. I thought Darby is one crazy MFer. He as sure as hell would sign up to do that.
That is what's great about Darby Allin, Denise, and what I've noticed with him just being present on their TV shows is he's established this anything could happen type deal. And like I was in that same boat. I'm like, oh no, Jack's gonna really do this and smash his head into this thing. And that's just how it is. But they came so close, the security intervened like right before he got to him. But he's established that this could happen. Like next week, they might run it back and do it just because people are like, Darby will see something and be like, I'm not pussy, you guys. I'll really do that. Like that's how crazy he is. You know what I mean? Like he's on the internet, like, oh, people are saying I won't do it. I will do it. Let's run it back this time and really do it. That's how much of a nut he is. Please don't do it, Darby. These are all bits. We want you to be fine and fair out there. But yeah, really great work. I thought Jack looked super violent and angry and coming off of that promo. I thought this was a great way to get some heat on Jack.
And we're getting a coffin match over at All In. Can I be honest? I'm really excited about it. I kind of mark for these little things.
Darby Allin in a coffin match is just a big deal. I think they need to have a couple of gimmick matches on the show, Denise, to add a little bit of variety and what he's gonna do there. And Jack Perry has the thing from last year. There's a lot of kind of connections to this.
We're so gonna get some crazy real glass spot. He's gonna get a bunch of Pepsis and smash them on the floor. A bunch of Pepsi cans, just start smashing them.
No, what's going to happen, I'm sure, is like when they start the match, they're going to face off square, and then Darby Allin's going to choke him.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Expect choking and real glass. Oh, and then the casket, of course.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, and it's Darby. He's going to do something crazy with the real glass. I just know it.
Look at what he did, that big ladder match bump. He's going to do something crazier than that.
I mean, he did set a man on fire. Let's not forget that too. I'm really looking forward to this match. That's it. I'm buying this pay-per-view for this one match. JK. All right, we got David Primero who says Tony versus Mariah is the match to watch at All In. Mina is lit while Britt ruined her build with Mercedes because of her issues. Bryan Danielson needs to lose. Do you think the Britt-Mercedes feud has been ruined? I don't feel like it has.
No. Because I thought Britt, beyond kind of what Denise and I talked about, a little bit of missteps, Britt still got a gigantic pop when she did show up and all the stuff that she did. I still think there's a lot of heat on the match.
We got Alexander Fitzgerald who says, I haven't watched Dynamite the past couple of weeks, but watch tonight. The video packages and that ending when Swerve tonight got me excited for All In. I love that, man. I love to hear it. I know some people were like writing to me on Twitter that they kind of felt like this All In had like better matches than last year. And that's what got me thinking. I was like, yeah, you know what? They're onto something. There's a lot of good stuff on last year's show, but there's a lot of good stuff on this year's show too.
Yeah, I think the really big matches this year, like we've had a debate all week about if Hangman should have been in the main event, blah, blah, blah. I don't think so. I think Bryan Danielson is great in this main event. I'm super excited about that. Like just that match alone got me more excited than anything from last year. So everything else is like cherry on top.
We got Metalhead Forever who says the only good part of this whole entire show was Mina and Bryan Danielson package. The rest of it completely sucked. Like we said earlier, there were some parts that didn't necessarily hit as well, but the good stuff did hit. Clearly, Mina Shirakawa was the MVP of this show.
1000%. We've gotten so many comments on her. Like feature her on every show, Tony Khan. We like it.
Jared says, aging myself, our grad song was Friends Forever by Vitamin C, but Time of Your Life came soon after. Yeah, Friends Forever, that's another one.
Those are both of mine. I'm talking about my 8th grade graduation. I think they both played at that 8th grade graduation.
I don't even remember what happened at my graduation. I just know that I was there and that I was really upset because the person who announced my name mispronounced Salcedo. And I'm thinking, like, this is my moment here, and you're going to mispronounce my last name?
My first name is Reginald, Denise. I know your pain.
What did they say?
They couldn't. Oh, my God. Every first day of school. Reginald? Who is Reginald? Like, every single time. Reginald? I'm like, who the fuck is Reginald? I'm like, it's Reginald, man. Just
you
say
sound
Reggie.
like a cleaning product.
That's Reginald. Why righteous. It's Reg for a reason because I got tired of people being like Reginald.
I can't. Hey, you need your floors to be clean. Go get some Reginald. It'll really polish up your floors and give them that waxy look.
Come on, man. Every first day of school, is Reginald here? I'm like, who is Reginald, you guys?
For me, it's Salcedo. Everyone messes it up. Everybody, all the time. Drives me nuts. I'm like, y'all need some more Spanish in your lives.
Honestly.
And some more Reginald.
Oh my God.
It almost sounds like oregano.
It does almost. I'll take some Reginald. Extra Reginald on mine, please.
I can't. Poor Reginald.
Damn.
I was gonna say, is your last name public?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Because I didn't know your last name for a really long time. I don't think I learned your last name until I had to pay you for the show.
Oh yeah, so it's not public then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
because I almost said it and I didn't want to just blurt out your information.
When I first started writing for PWI, I remember Kevin, the editor-in-chief, he's like, so what do you want to be like your real name or do you want to be like Righteous Reg? And I was like thinking like, I mean, I've already kind of created this and like, if my name is right there, they could just Google it. I mean, you could find it if you really look. Like my Facebook is pretty public, but like this at least adds a little bit of layer of that. You know what I mean? Like, because that's your full ass name, Denise. Like your name is right. That's your gimmick. You know, I want it to be like, if I get something, at least I have that. Like I'm Righteous Reg to a lot of people. And so they don't know.
Right. No, I remember a couple years in, I kind of went through a phase where I really wish I would have came up with a stage name because I just thought, oh, it's just so personal. It's your name and it's out there and for everyone to know and judge and put whatever they want on the internet about you. Right.
Right.
And there was a part of me that kind of wish I would have changed my last name because I could have gone with my, I could have gone with a different last name from my mother's side.
Anything in the world, honestly. Like you could pick a name. It's like Ricky Lake.
Yeah, I could have made something up. Like, why didn't I do that? And by the time that I thought of it, it was too late. I had put so much effort into building my own name up that I thought, oh, well, you kind of messed it up, girl. You should have been something else a long time ago.
Yeah, no, this was something I was thinking about off rip because I know like if I get to a place, then what's going to be associated? I don't want my real name to be associated with this stuff. So like I came up with, I'll be Righteous Reg for everything.
Well, lucky you, Reg. Lucky you. You still got some mystery to you. Now me, I'm out there. I'm like standing there and everyone just knows my business.
All the way. You show your old pictures with your, like, your name is just there.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
You know what
I was thinking about the other day? So I had seen on Twitter somewhere that someone said, oh, in a couple of years, a lot of these girls on OnlyFans, their kids are going to get bullied because their moms were on OnlyFans, right?
That's
and I thought to myself, oh my God, my kid's going to get bullied because his mom sold dick pills on the internet. And I could not stop laughing, Reg. I laughed for like 30 minutes about this.
I did not know that's where this was going. Oh my God,
Reg, think about it.
Yes.
And
or like random clips of us talking shit on here. Like it's
I mean, your kids someday, Reg, are going to be like, so Dad, you really like Shayna Wayne, huh?
Dude, no, I'm getting all this erased. Turn this off right now. I've said so many wild things on podcasts. Oh my God.
One day, my kid's going to come up to me like, Mom, you just really had to sell dick.
Yeah, Mom, what's Blue Chew? And you're going to be like, what?
No, sweetie, that wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
That was your auntie.
Like, your name's on here, Mom. Your name's right under your face, Mom.
No, I'm going to change my name. I'm going to have a stage name for my kids.
Yeah,
there you go. They're going to get a stage name.
That's the way. You got to have a gimmick for your home life. I love it.
Oh, man.
You're like, Mom, who's Denise Salcedo?
Don't know her. Never heard of her. Sorry, she dead. We got Brandon Rosen here who says, do you think we'll see outside interference in the MJF Will Ospreay match? What are the chances Kyle Fletcher screws Will and cost him on his home turf? They've been subtly, there you go, hinting at a heel turn. Ah, shit. I didn't even think of all of this as a possibility. I went into this going, oh, Will Ospreay is chasing the belt. He's going to have a big moment at All In, winning back, the pride of the international championship.
This is something I hadn't thought of either, Brandon. This is a pretty good thing that could happen. I mean, they have been setting us up for what it seems like somebody turning on somebody. They're trying to get Ospreay away from Don Callis. Kyle Fletcher's still over there. But with what Pac said on the show, Denise, and his announcement about 2 weeks after All In, he faces the champion, the international champion. I'm like, oh no. Never mind.
What are you thinking?
Because I was like, that means we're going to get Ospreay and Pac at All Out. But I'm like, no, that could mean that we're going to get Max and Pac at All Out.
I know I want to. I want to see Will Ospreay and Pac it all out. I know MJF's great. I love all his matches, but dude, Will Ospreay versus Pac,
right? Because we talked about it. Ospreay needs the big moment at All In. That's what this is all about. The big win, the big title win.
I don't think he's not winning. Because then what? Oh, he loses, and then what else? What happens next?
Brandon brings up a pretty good point here. Have Kyle turn on him, send him into a little bit of spiral. Because honestly, Will Ospreay, like, while I like the Kyle Fletcher thing, because it's like a real life relationship, they have history, he doesn't really need anybody. So if you just kind of get everybody away from him, let him be the guy by himself, top babyface, I think that kind of works.
Have you seen their social media posts between Kyle and Will Ospreay? And they're so, I mean, I saw a picture of them sharing a milkshake one time. I'm sorry. I feel like they can kind of ride this friendship thing for a little bit.
That's
and then do the
more
turn.
Reason to do it because you've seen them drinking a milkshake.
But it doesn't have to happen at All In. It can happen afterwards, some other time.
It depends on. I want it if it's going to lead to them feuding because that's going to be great for Kyle. And if Mark Davis is close to coming back, that means we're going to get Aussie Open. But if this is just
God, I forgot about Mark Davis. He's been gone for a long time. What was it since New Japan Resurgence? Before that, right? Before New Japan's Resurgence, right?
Long. It feels like a year at this point. Is it a year?
No, it's been way over a year, Reg.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been over a year.
That's how long it's been. I can't even remember.
When did the injury happen again? Wasn't it before? Was it at Resurgence or before Resurgence? Because I remember talking about it at Resurgence.
Oh, the one. Oh, yeah. Because they vacated the belts at that show that we were at.
Remember? So then that's why I remember talking about it.
Remember he did the promo at that show. And I think it happened like a few days legit before that. So May of 2023.
Okay, so it definitely has been over a year then.
Yeah, shit.
Oh no, he's got
because remember he got hurt and then came back.
I don't remember all that.
I don't know. I hope the homie's okay.
But it's been over a year though. That's where we're at for sure. All right, we got Mike T90K who says, stopped watching the Post Malone country concert for y'all. Danielson is winning at All In and dropping at Wrestle Dream. See, I like this idea. I don't hate this idea. I like this idea. Mike T90K, I'm with him on this.
I like that you stopped watching the Post Malone concert and the Danielson thing. Yeah, my brain is messed up now. Damn Danielson.
We got Terrence Johnson here who says Queen Aminata versus Mama Wayne, Battle of the Long Legs. Who does Reg choose? P.S. I know Denise was annoyed after the main event last night. Oh, well, I didn't get to watch NXT last night because I was doing the John Cena carpet event.
That's right. How was that?
Cheap plug. Go check out my John Cena and Gabriel Iglesias interview, guys. The Gabriel Iglesias interviews is freaking phenomenal. I love that interview. Awesome. I got one question with John Cena. Reg, I was off by one outlet. So every case, because you know how it is on a red carpet, right? It's basically, it's a hierarchy. The top outlets are at the very beginning and you work your way all the way to the end. Of course, you know, Denise Salcedo was all the way at the end. So, you know, it's okay. It's fine.
Hey, no, that you're out there, Denise. That's all that matters.
Right. So he did, everybody was like one-on-one interview. And then he finally made around the corner to my side. And then the publicist comes and it's like, oh, we're going to have to do a grouped interview. And I'm like, oh, so then BuzzFeed was right next to me. And I'm thinking, ooh, BuzzFeed had a one-on-one interview. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll get lucky. But no, right when he was about to go to me, it turned into a group interview. And I was like, damn it.
What question did you get him?
I just asked him like how he's mentally preparing for his retirement. Obviously, it's hard when you only have one question because what question do you choose?
Could you hear anybody else and were they asking wrestling questions?
Yes, but not the kind of questions that you might expect. It's like a normal person who doesn't watch wrestling that knows he's a wrestler and is retiring. It's not, how do I explain it? It's not basically, for example, I think the person right after me asked John Cena, like, what's next? And I'm thinking, okay, I feel like that wasn't really like a great question because what do you mean what's next? He's still in Hollywood. He's not retiring from Hollywood. He's retiring from wrestling, from an in-ring career. And so it was, I only had the one question. So I gave my one question. That was it. And then the other people followed. And then that was it. I bounced, right? Because I'm like, okay, that's their interview now. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, NXT. I didn't get to watch it, but I did read the results. And I thought it was the most just based off of some of the results that I saw, I felt like it was the most anti-Denise NXT episode ever. Yeah, but I didn't get to watch, so yeah. But anyways, check out the John Cena interview and my one question. Woo!
The Fluffy was more than one question?
Yeah, Fluffy was a couple minutes. No, Fluffy was great. I had him for a full interview, and we got, I think I had like 4 questions with Fluffy, and one of them was a game, so that one took a while. But yeah, no, it was pretty fun. It was very fun. Yeah, I was very happy that I got to do that. Oh, and then, so random story. Someone thought I was famous, Reg. And,
you are.
Okay, so no, but you know what I'm saying, like famous. So this is what happened. This is really hilarious. So I was walking out of the TCL Chinese theaters because that's where they had it, right? And you know how you've been to Hollywood Boulevard, right? And so there's a bunch of people waiting to see like actors come out and stuff.
Right.
So I'm walking out and there's this big walkway and it's just full of people. So I'm walking, I'm minding my own business. And the security guard goes, oh, she looks famous. She looks famous. And I was like, I just kind of nodded, right? But then some man heard, like he was kidding, right? Like the security guard was kidding or whatever. I'm not really sure. But there was this man at the end that thought I was one of the actors in the movie and was like, can I have a picture with you?
Yeah, because you don't know, Denise. Like if you're just like a visitor or some tourist and you're on Hollywood Boulevard, you're just like, that looks like somebody's famous. She's coming out of somewhere where famous people out of. She's famous. It's not that crazy.
But I was laughing in the car right because I'm like, he took a picture with a wrestling YouTuber thinking he took a picture with some grand Hollywood actress.
He's gonna go home and be like, hey, I took this picture of somebody. Everybody's gonna be like, who the hell was that? Cool, Dad. Oh, great.
I'm Selena Gomez street performer.
Honestly. Oh, yeah. Selena Gomez street. I ran into the Selena Gomez cosplay on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, man. But anyways, it was kind of fun, though. Alexander Fitzgerald says, I'm buying tickets to Wrestle Dream. Bryan Danielson better win the title and go out in style in his home state at Wrestle Dream. See, we got more people wanting this, Reg. Don't ruin it for the people. This is what the people want.
I want it too.
Rafael Garcia says, let her cope, Reg. Let her cope. Now, D says, it makes absolutely no sense for Bryan to beat Swerve. Therefore, I fully expect Tony Khan to book Danielson to win.
There you go. I don't know what to believe at this point. It sucks.
We got Johnny here who says y'all should do the top 20 matches of Bryan Danielson. Hey, that would be hella awesome if we did like even just like his AEW matches. Because I mean, to do his whole career, God, that would be hard to do.
You have to do more than 20 for that.
We got Arnold Nicholson Jr. who says it would be a mistake for AEW not to have Cody and Bryan win the world titles. If so, Danielson needs to win. Well, yeah, I mean, Cody, that's it. Like, I feel like that ship sailed. Another
great point is being made here, though. Like, we can't have Bryan Holt's career. Like, if it is Denise, like you were saying, we can't have his career, his whole AEW career, with him not winning at least one time. Like, we got to get that in.
We got Leonard Aarons III who says, Denise just clinched it. I want Swerve to win. I want to see little kids crying at Swerve gives Danielson the old Yeller special at Wembley. Why is everybody being so mean to Bryan Danielson?
The old Yeller special is crazy.
That is so sad. William Buterson's in a very generous super chat. Thank you so much to William, who says, fantasy booking, but Bryan Danielson can win, but vacates the bout. I believe Tony Khan wants Bryan Danielson as a champion in the AEW history books. Exactly. I feel like this is what we've been saying every week. And God, I wish he would have done it sooner so that we wouldn't get to the point where we're, thinking he's not gonna because of, a possible neck surgery.
Yeah, I hate that it's kind of, there's this background of like, no, real things might affect this happening. And when we could have had an opportunity to just do it before, but that's kind of how it happens sometimes.
We got Vasco here who says, go Denise, you can still have fun. Let's go.
Mhm.
I've thought about it, like still going to All In. But then I just thought, like, how dumb would I look flying to London and then flying back to Los Angeles to then fly to Berlin?
Sounds fun.
No, that sounds crazy, Reg. My back's going to get all messed up. You know how painful it is in them economy seats?
Listen, you about the game, Denise. You about getting your footage. You about getting your content.
No, but so you want to know what else? There's part of me. So there was a moment, because Reg, I'm crazy and I'll do whatever, right?
1000%, yeah.
There was a moment where I was about to call the airline and change my tickets and everything and change my whole trip. This was even before. This was before when I still thought it was on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. But then I went back and I looked at my footage from All In last year, and those videos did not do as good as the other ones. Like all my Double or Nothing did better, All Out, Full Gear, all of these other ones. The All In videos, for whatever reason, just did not get the numbers that I thought they would. So it made me feel like, all right, are you really missing out, or
is it worth it?
Right. Is it worth it? And I remember coming off of that trip last year and going, damn, financially, not worth it.
Not worth it.
As a fan, great. Financially, no.
Mm-mm.
And so I told myself that, and that's part of the reason why I didn't book the trip to All In. That was the biggest reason why I didn't book the trip to All In. And then when I got closer to the date and I started to look at the card, the little mark in me tried to get myself back on the show, to go over there. But then I just thought, no, Denise, you're not going to make your money back if you do that. And I'm not. I really am not.
In me. Yeah, you can't. It's too late at this point. It's next week.
Yeah. So no. And I'm leaving to Mexico in a few days. So yeah.
Let's go. Yes.
We got John Taylor who says, Bryan is the type of troll who would turn heel, cheat to win, and side with the elites, then loses to babyface Swerve and Wrestle Dream in Tacoma. I don't think he would cheat to win. You can't have him cheat to win.
I don't know if you're Tony Khan anymore, because that sounds crazy.
Or maybe it is Tony Khan.
Tony Khan's throwing us off. You would do that.
Grapple Geekery says, first Corduroy and Paddington, now All In. I did mess up Corduroy and Paddington. Sheldon Jackson says, I think y'all got confused because Rev Pro's anniversary is on Saturday and All In on Sunday, just like last year. I was at the Rev Pro show last year. Yeah.
That must be it.
No, I thought it was on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Ludek says, I feel Tony's major announcement will be a debut of another title because that's exactly what the company needs, more title belts. Absolutely not. I think that would be too crazy.
Mm-mm. No more belts.
Luke Thornton says, speaking of TK's announcement, All In on Max, I want it. I don't know if that's going to be the announcement, though.
I don't think so.
Alexander Fitzgerald. For the first time in history, I do not have to read his super chat because his super chat says...
The Greek Freak!
Breaking history here. I didn't have to read it.
First time ever.
All right. John Taylor says the Greek Freak. Oh, wait. Hold on.
The Greek Freak!
All right. I'm going to get on everyone's nerves with that. I'm done. I swear.
Love you, TK. You're the homie.
Uncle Don says Denise's impression of Sasha was 10 out of 10. I didn't do an impression of Sasha.
Did you? I don't know. I missed it.
I didn't even try. Chris Lindek says, I understand Swerve has to be a heel in this feud with Danielson, but I feel they're missing a good chance to make Swerve the top face of the company. Do you agree with this?
There's time. I think that he could still, like you said, he has to go back into being babyface if he's going to get back into it with Hangman. And I think that's going to make him into an even bigger babyface. So I think there's time.
We got Crazy 101 who says, do you think Daniel Garcia leaves AEW or Anna Jay or Takeshita? They are lit. I don't know about Daniel Garcia leaving AEW. Takeshita, I want him to go anywhere where he's going to be used. And Anna Jay, same thing for her. She's sort of been under the radar for a bit.
Daniel Garcia has been driving me crazy all week thinking about this because, I understand what he's thinking. And if they're going to give up some money over there, yeah. But he still has so much more story to tell in AEW. He hasn't even told his story yet. He's just been, planting seeds of the future of Daniel Garcia. Like he started telling the story of he's a loser and all this, can't get a big win. Then he started to get a big win. He started to get all this momentum, got this dance over. Like he got into a better position that he was in. And I think that if he comes back to AEW, he could finish that. Like Daniel Garcia he could be champion. Like he has all these things to still tell in AEW. And if going to WWE, he's just going to have to start all the way over. And if he wants to do that, I understand. I just wouldn't.
We got Matt Logan here who says, Reg, I would smoke a blunt with Hook.
Have I?
No. John Taylor says, Denise is the type of normie who you can give a candy cigarette to. Tell her it's the devil's lettuce and she'd be all, whoa, I can totally feel it. First of all, I would never smoke it. No, never.
That's the issue.
You can't even get me to do the fake ones.
Yeah.
I won't even do the little gum ones. You seen the little cigarette gums?
Mm-hmm.
I won't even do that because it just looks bad.
It just looks bad.
Grapple Geekery says no one has to see the Jericho match. Banyo break.
I feel bad for Hook, man. I want people to watch this match.
Yeah. Crazy 101 says they in Cardiff next. So what time does the show start? I don't know what time All In starts. I thought I said 9 or 10.
Not All In. Big Crazy 101 is talk about Dynamite next week.
Oh, Dynamite's in Cardiff?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what time that's going to start. I'm guessing regular time. They would have told us if it's a different time, right?
Unless it's yeah, okay. We're just gonna have to circle back to that because I don't know what time the show starts.
Mm-hmm.
John Taylor says, but they would have told us by now if there was going to be something. It's probably going to be like a situation where they just like record it.
Mm-hmm.
John Taylor says, Pure Righteous Reg attending Wednesday night church. Then Mina arrives. I prayed for this. Priest Reg. We got Saif Dunn Super who says, I want to see Darby Allin being thrown off the top of Wembley Stadium while lit on fire during All In, then wrestling 2 weeks later.
Yikes. He's done it before. He's done worse, I guess.
Dude, the way that I can see this happening, this is terrible because if Darby was here right now, he would go, huh.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a good idea.
Think about it, but being thrown off the top of Wembley Stadium, like not off the top of a cage, not off like somewhere, like off the top of the stadium. It's crazy.
Yeah, he'd be dead. That would be terrible. Thank you so much to Saif Dean Super. It was hilarious. Joseph says, okay, gonna cost MJF Oku gonna cost MJF at Wembley somehow. Do you believe this?
I would like that. So yeah.
John Taylor says Warren G and Nate Dogg gonna Reginald. That's
so stupid.
Sheldon Jackson says Mark Davis got hurt versus FTR at Wrestle Dream. Yeah, I did not remember that. Holy shit.
I was there.
Reg, come on. I was counting on you.
I forgot. It's been a long time.
Mike T90K says, so your memory expires at 1 year.
It does.
365 days. Whoop, that's out of the memory bank.
We're done.
All right, we're almost done here, guys. And Mike T90K says, amazing Ronda Rousey interview. You're a famous Denise, the girl who always trends on wrestling Twitter. Not always for the good reasons, but Mike T90K, thank you so much. I appreciate you that you checked out the Ronda Rousey interview. He also says, Denise, imagine going crazy during the final countdown at All In with 60K fans and even singing Machine Head for 6 hours. I already did the Machine Head song. There's like 40 videos of me and Sean on Twitter doing this.
Got to do it again.
The song kept playing over and over again. Like Tony Khan got his money's worth.
He's going to get it again.
For reals. All right. And we got Sheldon Jackson here who says also shout out to Takeshita for advancing to the G1 Climax 34 quarterfinals versus Yuta. How do you say the last name? Suji. Out of B Block. I appreciate Sheldon always updating us on what's going on in all parts of the wrestling world. All right. Did we get through everything that we wanted to talk about today, Reg? All the important stuff.
I think so, yeah.
All right, cool. Ladies and gents, that was our AEW Dynamite post show for today. We appreciate you guys each and every single week for coming through here. Oh, we got to do the raffle. Holy shit. I almost forgot.
Oh, yeah, raffle. Come on.
July. So for those of you who are wondering, I had announced that if you guys left a review on the Apple Podcast, you would be in for a raffle to possibly to get to watch AEW All In for free. So we officially have the names. They're in this little baggie here. I feel like I got to put them like in a cup or something.
Oh yeah, there was a 3-way match. Of course.
Talk about it, Reg, while I look for this hat.
The reason that Denise didn't talk about it because her least favorite wrestler, Roderick Strong, was a part of it. So she probably just zoned out and didn't see it. But this match was actually really awesome. It kind of was a match for the sickos. There was a lot of great strikes, a lot of insane reversals on this. I thought that Kyle was Kyle. He used his heart. He used that you think he's down and out, but he comes back with it. Orange Cassidy in these type of matches with wrestlers that strike really hard, and he gets to add that, he gets to kind of play that thing that he used to do in like Chikara and stuff that we don't see as often when he wrestles. I thought this match was kind of for the freaks and sickos of 3 guys just banging against each other, trying to knock each other out. But I thought the reversals are what played the really best role in this. Yeah, this match is awesome, Denise. You should have watched it. I know you hate Roderick Strong.
I do not hate Roderick Strong. From what I saw, it was great, and glad Orange Cassidy got that win. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. I got my Taylor Swift popcorn bucket here.
Yeah.
We're going to do our raffle. Here we go. John Taylor sends in a super chat saying, appreciation time. Been a tough time last week for me and the family, and being able to have fun with you guys means a lot to me and helps make things a little better. # California Connection. That's what we're here for, man. Thank you so freaking much. All right, so here we go. Who is the winner of our raffle? You hear the little drum roll? All right, here we go. Let's see whose name it is. I'm so excited. Like, if I'm ready. All right, here we go. Our winner is Robert Gonzalez, PR. Congratulations to Robert Gonzalez, PR. Robert, please let me know what your Instagram or your Twitter handle is. I will reach out to you. I will look for you so that we can make this work. You can either leave a comment, and if not, I'll just search for you under this name on social media. So congratulations. Here we go. Robert Gonzalez, PR, if you're out there.
Shout out to Denise getting a Latino to win this. It's on brand. That's dope.
We have a lot of Latino viewers.
No, that's why I fucks with this show, because those are my homies.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a nice little melting pot here.
That's why I like doing this show, because I'm California Connection goes a lot deeper than that. My Latino homies.
Alrighty, guys. Well, there you go. We are wrapped for today. Thank you guys so freaking much for everything, and we will catch you guys here. I keep an eye out for Triple Mania content. Check out the interview with Ronda Rousey, John Cena, and Gabriel Iglesias. Reg, what do you got going on?
It's just a regular week. I'll be on Grapsity with Phil this Saturday. The All In stuff's not until next week, so yeah, it's just regular. See y'all.
Cool. Keep an eye out. We're going to be doing the All In watch along. So thank you guys so much. And we hope you guys have a good time. Bye, everyone.